Samanavayu primarily is the important function is digestion. So whenever we have to digest food, now the process of digestion is something that you have to understand very clearly. I believe more than 90% of the people do not know how digestion happens. Let me explain to you, and you can give me a feedback whether you have understood your process of digestion or whether you are indeed digesting your food. Well, digestion is a process which is broken down into three parts. The first part happens in the mouth. You need to chew your food, and the salivary enzymes have to break down the food, which means that you have to chew your food quite well and you have to masticate it until it is completely mashed. Now, this holds true only for vegetarian food. Non-vegetarian food must not be chewed. That's because it releases lactic acid, which can be quite dangerous for the body because lactic acid causes stiffness in the body. Now, once you have chewed the food thoroughly, the first part of digestion is over. Now it goes into the stomach. Once it goes into the stomach, this is where you have strong hydrochloric acid that is secreted and the alkaline mucus secretion which lines the stomach wall, preventing the acid from destroying it. And this acid along with the alkaline mucus secretion goes um, the through the duodenum into the small intestine. Now, the stomach is only a place where all the food collects. After this, when it gets into the small intestines, this is the second part of digestion where we have the bile secretions and the pancreatic secretions, both of which mix with the food, digesting the food. So if your mouth hasn't done the chewing part, it cannot happen in the intestines. It has to happen in the mouth only. And then in the intestines, after the action of the pancreatic juices and the bile, they start digesting the food. It is ready for absorption. Most of the problems such as psoriasis, arthritis, such as fatty liver syndrome, and several other chronic physical symptoms occur primarily because the process of digestion is incomplete. Symptoms like varicose veins comes because of a disturbance in samana value. In fact, there is a very simple and easy test to find out if your digestion is proper. One of the symptoms that you find is moistness in the palm. If you have moistness or sweating through the palm, this is an indication that your samana value is weak. You would have seen many people sweating when they are writing their exams. They go through severe bouts of anxiety, and that time their digestion gets affected. And that's when Samanavayu gets affected.